Hello everyone, it's me Alex, your sassy dispatch girl and your advisor for your safety, for your insurance, for your life insurance. Added our safety program training, and it's a safety manager training. This is for the people who are really serious about safety, who are already working in the safety departments or already opening their companies. It's gonna be intense 4-day class, and we're gonna be covering a lot. Let's just have a little overview. You will have some homework before we're gonna start our class. And our classes are gonna be 4 days, 3.5 hours each time. We're gonna go over the safety policies. What does it mean to be a safety personnel? What are your duties? What are your responsibilities? How do you maintain safety of your company satisfactory? What things are you gonna do if something goes wrong? Let's say accidents. Are they preventable? What is your liability? What is the paper flow in this case? Principle of the safety programs. Policies you have in place. You need to update them. You need to follow on all the new rules. Are you guys doing this? Also, for those companies which just opening up, are you guys ready for your first audit? Do you know what do you need? We're gonna go through all the steps all together. And you know, my class hands-on. That means you're gonna have some homework. That means you're gonna be filling out some paperwork. That means you're gonna have to go and create those files. And believe it or not, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you to pass that first audit, or you're gonna improve, because all this is about being safe on the road. Safety comes first. And we're gonna go in details one day about new entrant audits, how to prepare, what do you need to have to make sure you pass it. But all this has to be done from beginning, guys. You cannot fake it anymore. You cannot go backwards 9 months, 6 months and fake the documents. Believe it or not, industry is changing and technology is catching up. What do you need to have in the files? Driver qualification files, right? DQ files. What do you need? You're gonna have example of MVR record, of medical certification. What do you need to keep for the vehicle maintenance files? What do you need to have in place? Which policies is mandatory to have in place? Do you need to have a drug and alcohol program? Do you need to have accident register? Do you need to have proof of insurance? All this and way beyond, we're gonna be covered. And if you're working as a safety manager there, you need to make sure you are up to date on all your policies, on all your paperwork, on all the things you need to do on monthly basis, on quarterly basis, on 6 months basis, on yearly basis. It is a lot of paperwork, but I am so glad to see you guys all. We're gonna go through how to maintain, what needs to be done. And as you know, you're always getting a lots and a lots of PDFs with everything. You can come back to this, don't get stressed out, and you can reread it. Because I do believe that we need to listen first, then we have to reread it, and then we have to apply. So all of this is the principles of safety. And you know what? To be successful in this business, you need to set the standards. You need to set your personal standards, and then you need to show how. You need to show your drivers, you need to show your workers, your employees, your departments, your dispatch department, how this has to be implemented. And then you need to keep the score. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if something's happening, you need to improve. Do you need to do extra training for your drivers? Or maybe you need to talk to your dispatch team. They need to understand HOS hours. They cannot keep booking the loads which cannot have legal transit. So maybe you guys need to work on that. Also, hiring, rehiring. This is a big issue, shortage of the drivers. How many of you guys still hiring people without running MVRs, PSP, without sending them first for the drug test? Because you have 10, 15 trucks sitting there on a parking lot. How many of you still do this? Believe me, you can be lucky once, you can be lucky twice, you can be lucky 5 times, but it will catch up to you. So if you're really planning to stay in trucking industry, if you want to succeed, learn and implement. As I told you, that set standards, show them, and keep scoring, and you guys gonna be winners. Because in the end of the day, who is staying in this business? People who know what they're doing. People who still go by regulations. People who know the hiring process. People who know how to train their drivers. And people who educate themselves. Industry is changing day after day. We have so many regulations that sometimes it's hard to keep up. All our classes are via Zoom, but they're still intense classes. You are participating, they're interactive. You have homework, you have quizzes, you have to fill out paperwork, you have to talk to your brokers. So we have our dispatch training coming up, and the cost is $499, and it's gonna start on November 21st. Just remember, registration is 3 days prior to the class. We have our IFTA classes. Next IFTA class is going to be in December. It's going to be December 6th. And also we have webinars how to open a trucking company. November 7th, we're gonna have a class from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. where we're gonna go in details. How to open the company, what is a USDOT, what is a MC, what is BOC3 form, what is a UCR, what is a IFTA, how to open everything by yourself, how to pay heavy duty taxes, how to open Kentucky permit, New Mexico permit, New York permit, Oregon permit, what are the requirements for the insurance. We're gonna go over all of that. You're gonna receive so many files, the forms where we're gonna be discussing what you have to do, how do you have to fill them out. Safety, compliance, manager training. So the cost is $599 because it is intense. It is not a beginner's class. So this is for people who are already in the business or who already opened the company. Because if you open the company, you need to do all the steps in the beginning. So it's not just telling you what has to be done. We're going to be working on the policies. We're going to be working on all the forms. We're going to be seeing how to prepare files. What is the best way to save them. So it's a lot and a lot of information. And it's going to start November 15th. We are on Facebook. It's Dispatch Training Center page. You can find us on the web. It's www.learndispatchtoday.com. And I just wanted to show you that we are dedicated to you. We are here to help you succeed. We also provide safety compliance as a third party. We also can prepare you for the first audit. And even if you need somebody to go with you, we can arrange that. And I'm always yours, Alexandra, your sassy dispatch girl and your sassy safety advisor. Stay safe on the road. Safety comes first. And just remember, how important is a safety program for your trucking? Well, it's gonna increase productivity. It reduces downtimes. It increases profits. It also ensures compliance with regulations. We're also going to be focusing on accident avoidance, on specific of the type of holes, how to train your new hire, how to train your new managers, how to work together as a team. Because in the end of the day, it's always a teamwork. It's always the drivers, it's always the dispatchers, it's the safety, it's an accounting. It goes together. And my students in dispatch classes, they already know that I love circle. You know why? Because when everything goes right, we always come back to the same beginning. Nothing goes wrong. And that's what trucking is about. We need to raise up. We need to raise up. We need to change this industry. And I'm here on a mission to change this industry one person at a time, one driver at a time, one owner-operator at a time, one dispatcher at a time, one safety manager at a time, one accountant at a time, and one owner of the business at the time. So join me, help me to change this, because trucking deserves to be a better place to make money. Trucking should raise the standards on how to run this business, and we should not be ashamed of other companies who do not fulfill their responsibilities. We should race together.
Hello, I'm Steve Pawlowski with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. A safety audit is a review of a motor carrier's records designed to verify that a carrier has basic safety management controls in place to ensure compliance with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations and Hazardous Materials Regulations. Your audit will be conducted by a certified auditor, either at an agreed upon location, at your place of business, or electronically, in which case you will be asked to submit relevant documents online or by fax. During your safety audit, you will be asked to supply documentation that verifies you have established effective safety management controls. Auditors will request documentation related to your company, drivers, and vehicles. For more detailed information about the areas that will be evaluated and example documentation, review the Safety Audit Guidebook on the New Entrant website. Following the safety audit, the auditor will review the findings with you. You will be notified of any violations discovered and provided guidance on how to correct those violations. Within 45 days of your audit, you will receive written notification from FMCSA confirming if you have passed or failed your safety audit. If you pass your safety audit, your performance will continue to be closely monitored. If you fail the safety audit, you will receive written documentation outlining the reasons you failed, and you will be required to develop a corrective action plan. The corrective action plan must explain the actions you will take to address the violations identified during your safety audit. Requirements for completing the corrective action plan will be provided to you by your safety auditor. Failure to submit an acceptable corrective action plan will result in loss of your USDOT registration and ability to operate. Some violations are deemed extreme enough to trigger an automatic failure of the safety audit, such as not having a controlled substance and alcohol testing program. A full list of automatic failure violations is available on the safety audit page of the New Entrant website. Thank you for your attention and helping us save lives and prevent crashes.
My dear friends, let's make trucking great again. And I'm always yours, your sassy dispatch girl. Love you all and see you soon in all my classes. Stay safe on the road.